he was a faqih and a Sufi, and he had imama in both of those knowledges. And tasawwuf spread in Islam because the students of Imam Junaid, many of them were muhaddithin, and some of the 6 books of hadith actually came through his students. So you'll find that all the asanid of these books go back to the students of Imam al-Junaid. So when they would go to Mecca and they would be teaching hadith, people would come to learn hadith, and then they would also teach Imam Junaid's teaching about fana and baqa and ma'rifah and these things. And that's why this was accepted by the Muslims throughout the Muslim world. It's only very recently that people have attacked this science. Really, it's only very recently. There have been people within tasawwuf who have always been attacked. Just like there's people in fiqh that have always been attacked, there's people in ilm al-kalam. Every group has deviants. There's deviant fuqaha, there's deviant mutakallimun, and there's deviant Sufiya. But this idea that they were all rejected, that's a complete rewriting of the history of Islam. Ibn Taymiyyah, in fact, the only book I heard from his fatwa that was translated here was the book of Tasawwuf. And I was told by one of the Turkish scholars that the reason they translated it was because they wanted Turks to know that all this thing about Ibn Taymiyyah being against Tasawwuf was wrong. So they just translate. Because anybody reads his book on Tasawwuf, or if they read Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah's Madarij al-Sadiqin, his commentary on Abdullah al-Ansari's famous text, it's all there. He's quoting Imam al-Junaid, he's talking about fana and baqa. So this idea that these things are alien to Islam is complete false doctrine. And it's wrong that it's been removed, because it's interesting because the people that attack this science are actually asserting what the Orientalists say. The Orientalists say that Islam is too primitive a religion to have a mystical doctrine from within its own teaching. It had to have borrowed this stuff from India, from the yogis, and from the Buddhists, and from the mystical Christians, and from the Jewish mystics. It couldn't have been from Islam. That's exactly what they say. This is just a primitive desert religion that has no sophisticated doctrine of spiritual experience. And that's exactly what the Orientalists say. If you read the books, their early books, they're always trying to prove it's all Neoplatonism. Ibn Arabi was a Neoplatonist. Sahrawardi, all these people. That's what they say. So it's very interesting that the people that condemn tasawwuf from within the Muslim community condemn it with the same condemnation that the enemies of Islam condemn it. It's very interesting. So